I'll now call to order the August 6th, 2026 council meeting of mayor for mayor and council. I'm going to call on Councilman Nick Harden in honor of his honorary doctorate in leadership to lead us in prayer. And congratulations. Congratulations. Please remain standing for the pledge.
Lord, we thank you for allowing us to come together again, and we ask that you grant us the wisdom, the patience, and understanding as we begin this meeting, guide our discussions and our decisions as we serve the common good and strengthen our community. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, before we get started on the agenda items, I'm going to take a little moment of personal privilege, an acknowledgement of somebody that we have all fallen in love with. Kai Kemp, if you don't mind standing.
You knew it was coming.
Kai Kemp has taken on an internship over the summer. This will be his last council meeting, but this has not been any level of dog and pony show. He has taken a deep dive into every single department we had. He has watched them operate, how and why they do what they do. And that young man, by the end of the summer, has made an 18-page organizational chart for the city of Valdosta. Please give Kai a big round of applause. There's a nice article in the Spectator, Valdosta State University's newspaper, correct? Gotcha. VSU's official communication page, they did a nice write-up on his internship. You can read that. And then, Kai, we look forward to having a send-off for you. He's also student government president out at Valdosta State University as well. So the young man's the can't-miss kid. All right, first item up tonight, Employee of the Month. We'd like to recognize our Employee of the Month. I'd like to call on our Fire Department Battalion Chief. Who's coming up? No, come on up, Chief. To recognize Corporal Jared Guess, I'll meet them up front while the Chief brags on him.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, City Manager, everybody here in your respective places. You on this evening to be able to recognize one of our very own Corporal Jared Guest. Like I need to put someone else in this place. Corporal Guest, he's been employed with the City of Valdosta Fire Department for a little over 3.5 years. During his stint at the City of Valdosta Fire Department, he has obtained Firefighter 1, Firefighter 2, hazmat awareness, operations, and emergency medical technician certification. And it's because of that certification that he affords him the opportunity to be able to stand before you on this evening. Because on June 12, 2026, he experienced something that no parent would want to experience. That is, he just attended a funeral, is that correct? Yeah. And after the funeral, they all went to a friend's house. And family and friends, many family and friends were there at the friend's house. And And when they got ready to disperse, they noticed that one of the child was missing, a 2-year-old child. So they began to start scavenging the house, looking for the child, could not find the child anywhere. Someone looked on the outside and found the 2-year-old child lying in the bottom of the swimming pool. At that time where the child was retrieved out of the swimming pool, Corporal Jared Guest began CPR on this child. And not only did he do that, he also orchestrated get EMS en route. And when EMS got en route, ALS care, advanced life support care, he was able to have positive resuscitation efforts and be able to transfer patient care to ALS. The child was transported to hospital, hospitalized for 2 days, and was able to walk out of the hospital just like any other child. So with that said, Corporal Guest, we say thank you. We honor you today as June 2026 Employee of the Month. Job well done.
Fantastic. Let's move on to item 3. We do have a public hearing item. Council, I put this public hearing item before you, both in consideration to rezone and in consideration to annex.
Need a motion, Mayor?
I'll take a motion.
Make a motion to table until our August 20th, my birthday, these two items until such time.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor of that move? Signal by saying aye. Thank you very much. And just as an explanation, we're giving more time for response. Instead of a 30-day window, we're giving a 45-day window just to make sure everybody is rowing the boat in the same direction. Item 4, item 1's resolution of support for downtown development revolving loan fund application. It's submitted by Charlie Hose for the purpose of renovating 201 South Lee Street. Patrick Pearson, our Main Street Director, to present. Patrick, how you doing?
Doing well. Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, Council. Stand before you with a request for a resolution to support a downtown development revolving loan fund. This is the program that's administered by the Department of Community Affairs. It's relative to a building at 201 South Lee Street that's owned by Charlie Hose. He has applied for this low-interest loan, and this is a document that's needed for his closing documents. The work on the building has already been completed. He's had his final inspection with Department of Community Affairs, so this is the last piece of paperwork needed, and that is a resolution from you all in support of this loan.
Any questions for Patrick? Seeing none, Council, cheers for action. Thank you, Patrick.
Mayor, make a motion to approve the resolution as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. Patrick, again, thank you. Move on to item 5.1, consideration to purchase an armored rescue vehicle for the Valdosta Police Department. Our city manager, Jennifer Wheeler, will present.
The Valdosta Police Department is looking to purchase an armored rescue vehicle. This rescue vehicle will enhance our capabilities to serve our front line and protect our citizens. Right now, we don't have the capability with this four-wheel drive vehicle for rescue operations. Looking at the equipment needed, it would be a sole source from Lenco Industries. Our purchasing agent did complete the state of Georgia's sole source intent to award justification form. That did sit out for 15 days. The result is Lenco Industries, Inc. for a total of $433,239. And do want to point out that the funding is sufficient. $350,000 will be coming from Budget SPLOST 8, and the other $83,239 will be coming from user fees. And looking that, we would like to move forward with this purchase being the sole source.
Council, any questions for our city manager? None? Okay, council, it's yours for action.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve this request as stated.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. City manager, thank you. Chief, thank you. She presented well on Tuesday. All right, we now move on to item 2, consideration of a request to approve the purchase of a new 30-ton HVAC unit for our utilities department. Jason Barnes, our utilities director, to present. Jason, hi.
Good evening, Mayor and Council.
Good evening.
So this is air conditioning system is approximately 16 years old. It's reached and exceeded its typical service life. Due to its age, condition replacement is recommended rather than repair. The unit has started failing. We've spent money just trying to keep the air conditioning going. Has failed several times this season. We actually had an electrical problem that we cannot so it'd be cost more effective to replace the unit rather than trying to chase a problem that we might not be able to find. So the staff recommends approving the purchase that was provided by ThermoServe. ThermoServe is actually the city's current contract for HVAC. This quote also includes the temporary cooling during replacement and the quote for labor for installation. So the staff recommends approving this purchase provided by ThermoServe, the amount of $155,935.24.
Length of warranty?
Warranty is 1 year warranty on labor and parts, Miss Cody. I'm just kidding.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve this request as stated.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. Jason, also consideration or request to approve the purchase of a new insertion valve system for your utilities department.
Yes, sir, Mayor. The utilities department currently will utilize a hydrostop insertion valve system to install valves on existing water mains without interrupting water service to customers. This existing equipment has been outdated for many years, and it's, you can't hardly get parts. So as we the city continues to expand for water distribution, proposed insertion valve system will allow utilities personnel to install permanent resilient wedge insertion valves directly into live pressure water mains, and that will allow us not to interrupt water services. This significantly reduces customer service interruptions, minimizes the need for emergency water outages, and improves employee safety, and also lowers the costs associated with repairs and future maintenance. So instead of us contracting a utility contractor to come and do insertion valves, we'll be able to do it ourselves within our own department. This will range from insertion tools and seals designed for ductile iron, cast iron, PVC, and a best of cement pipe, and it ranges from 4-inch all the way to 12-inch. We had 3 quotes. Core Main was a little over $88,000, Ferguson was a little over $92,000, and Fort Line come in under at $86,914.07. And these will actually rated for working pressures up to 350 PSI. And you can see the valve insertion machine there. So the staff recommends approving the purchase of new insertion valve system from Fort Line Waterworks in the amount of $86,914.07, and this also has a 1-year labor and warranty. I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Council, any other questions? You excited about this toy?
I am excited, very excited, as much as my guys are.
I'm excited for you to be saving us money.
Exactly.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve the request, sir.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. Jason, thank you. We'll now move on to item 4, discussion of conflict of interest regarding community development block grants, their disaster relief for the Browns Canal project. Ben O'Dowd, our city engineer, to present. to show us Browns Canal.
Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Hi, Ben.
Hey. All right, so as we went over on Tuesday, we've got 3 items here in a row in intentional order. These are related to and in support of the city's application for CDBG disaster relief grant funding, which has been made available to counties within Georgia which have been affected by recent natural disasters. Our first agenda item here is simply a discussion of conflict of interest. During the Tuesday night discussion, there was some concern and some interest in knowing exactly what the actual work area as well as benefit area specifically was. And so for the record, I have distributed a map to City Council, which depicts the benefit area for the particular project, as well as the parcels which would be benefited by the project. This same map has been distributed digitally via email. And so this is, again, just kind of a general discussion of conflict of interest. We went over this in detail on Tuesday. I trust that you all have had opportunity to meet with City Council, City Legal Counsel, and discuss what might be in the city's as well as your individual best interests. I'm here to answer any questions, and if there are no questions, then I believe that concludes our public discussion of conflict of interest.
Seeing no questions, that discussion is concluded. We'll move on to item 5, consideration of professional design service agreement for the Browns Canal Stormwater Improvement Project.
Yes, sir.
No, I was just saying that, well, obviously, nobody lives in that service area, or that area, or
Yep.
has property owner,
That would benefit.
See, nobody live there?
or property ownership.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. So in accordance with CDBG requirements, the city underwent a quality-based selection process for selection of a design professional for the project. In support of the grant application, the city were required to develop a preliminary engineering report. These reports are generally developed at risk by design professionals in hopes of their eventual receipt of design services if the grant is awarded. And so the city went through quality-based selection and interviewed 8 engineering firms and their statements of qualifications using a multidisciplinary review team. Innovate Engineering from Valdosta scored highest on the QBS selection grid. City staff are recommending that we utilize a 25% design contingency in case there are any unknown field conditions which affect pricing. The proposal is an 8% cost of construction design proposal, which is industry standard. Staff are recommending approval of a total design services contract agreement contingent upon receipt of grant funds in the amount of $200,000. Any questions on this one?
Council, any questions for Ben? All right, this one does require action. Council, it's yours for action.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve this request as presented.
Motion and a second. All in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. Ben, thank you. Item 6, consideration of a resolution to submit the application for the Community Development Block Grant Disaster Relief.
That is correct. This is simply a resolution in support of staff's application for CDBG DR grant funding.
Any questions? Council, yours for action.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve this request.
Second.
All in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. Ben, thank you. Item 7, consideration of a proposal from Temple Incorporated for enhanced data support service for the city's traffic monitoring camera system. Ben?
Yes, sir. As you're well aware, the city of Valdosta operates a transportation network with over 120 traffic signals throughout the city. We have traffic cameras which monitor the flow of traffic at each of these intersections, or many of these intersections. These cameras historically have been operated and have communicated the video transmission data by way of hardline connection by our fiber communication network. Fiber communication network is at the end of its useful life, and staff, in an effort to explore more cost-effective solutions, are recommending that we engage with Temple and utilize a cell service video transmission system for a period of 1 year to assess its services to see if they're satisfactory for the city's purposes. Any questions on this one?
Council, any questions?
I have one question, just gonna ask, now, this is for the transportation, those are the ones that we already have? That's not some of the new cameras that we have?
No, ma'am, these are existing cameras stationed at signalized intersections.
Okay,
Any further questions?
thank you.
Yours for
Yeah,
action. Oh, you got a question?
I
Go
do.
ahead, I'm
No,
sorry.
I do have a question. So Ben, if we do like this, after the 1 year, trial,
Yes, sir.
do we pay this full amount? I mean, would this be a yearly cost, or do we just add on to this? Walk me
So
through that.
what's before you, that's a good question. So what's before you this evening is a 1-year period agreement. So this is not a recurring agreement. This is not like a subscription service that that the city's encumbered with and has to pay every single year. Just for your situational awareness, I mean, all of our transportation signals, the actual cabinets which control the function of the signal, all of those already communicate with the TMC by cell service. This is simply an enhancement of that existing service to allow us to transmit video data by way of that same connection.
Gotcha.
We want to explore this as an alternative for a period of 1 year. If the service is determined to be satisfactory and meet the city's needs, then we have a variety of different options. I know that there's single-year renewals that we can make. There's, I believe, 1-year renewals, 5-year renewals, and 10-year renewals. Generally speaking, the renewals become more cost-effective the higher the year number goes. So if you sign up for a 10-year program, then the cost per year per unit is less than it would be if you were just going year by year. What's interesting and really cool about this service is what we've encountered is the change in transmission bands. So like we've gone from cell service going from 3G to 4G, and now we've got 5G and 5G LTE, and 6G is on the horizon, et cetera. What's really cool about this is the entire time that we pay for this service, Temple changes. We've got warranty periods which overlap this service period, and if there's changes in band or transmission type, or I'm out of my depth on it, but if that bandwidth changes and has to be modified due to regulatory requirements, those things are upgraded with the system. But again, what's before you tonight is just the 1 year. We just want to test it. We're not sure if it's going to work. We just want to test it for 1 year. We're excited about it, but we don't want to go all in without knowing that it's going to meet our requirements.
So is that 1 year testing? We have a warranty with that 1 year testing?
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to clear my mind up with something. You're going wireless with this. Did you know that over at the transportation center, where the traffic center rather, where
Yes,
we
ma'am.
have all the cameras and everything, we're gonna go wireless with that. I don't know, and I want to know, will this be involved with any of those flock cameras?
No, ma'am.
It will not.
No,
involve-
ma'am.
Oh,
This is a
shoot.
completely separate system that's owned and monitored and maintained by the city of Valdosta.
True.
It has nothing to do with Flock Corporation or any other corporation of that type.
Just one. Thank you, Ben.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ben.
Any other questions? Thomas?
Just one. What type of fail-safe option are
Sorry?
we using? Fail-safe, system goes down, we got a backup?
As far as operation of the traffic signals,
Yes.
so the actual signal cabinets themselves are like a brain. So the way that they communicate back to the TMC, they communicate status, they communicate error codes that might occur within the cabinet, but the actual function of the cabinet is contained within, the actual function of the intersection is contained within traffic cabinet, and it's not contingent upon or dependent upon this cell service in any way. If there was some kind of failure of a transmission system which transmitted video data, I would consider video data a non-emergent service. So it's a service which enhances our ability to serve the community of Valdosta. But if the 5G service does go down for some short period of time, it's not a critical imperative that it be operated all the time. In a similar way that the Glance system, it's not imperative that Glance is operational at all times. I will say that Temple has been incredibly responsive to downtime and issues within the cabinet that need to be rectified by way of warranty repair, things of that nature. Does that answer your question?
Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Any other questions for me?
That was the best series of questions I've ever heard in my 7 years
those
on
are-
here. You
those are
guys are on
zingers
your
for sure.
game. You guys are on your game. And answers. All right, council, it's yours for action.
Mr. Mayor, I make motion to approve the request as stated.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. Ben, thank you. We'll now move on to the item 6, the citizens to be heard. It's the portion of the meeting that we ask you to come forward and state your name and address so we can have it for the record. Our policy requires you stay under 3 minutes so that all have time to be heard. Please direct all comments to council as a whole. Do not attempt to engage individual members of council in debate. It is our policy to follow through with you and your concern. Additionally, we ask that any groups that want to address council also designate a spokesperson for that same reason. With that being said, are there any citizens wishing to be heard at this time?
How y'all doing today?
Very good.
Lewis Gordon, 743 Los Ann Drive. I'm gonna come a little bit lighthearted today, but it is a serious message, y'all. Okay, so I start off my morning every morning at about 5 o'clock trying to get up for the gym, and it is a struggle. And I go over social media, and there's a thing that you'll hear on social media where we say, I built this algorithm brick by brick. So when you see some funny video and you're like, man, why is that popping up on my feed? Because of other stuff that I showed interest in, right? Why is that relevant to why I'm here today? I worked for a period of time during 2020 in the Valdosta State prison system as a corrections officer. I've also been doing a lot of work in the community, helping out folks who are experiencing homelessness, food insecurity, you name it. I'm there, I'm partnering with folks trying to help find solutions for folks in our community. I am concerned because I'm noticing a pattern across the country where Georgia is being exploited. Places like Georgia are being exploited, right? I'm looking at the distribution of data centers around the South, right? They're looking at our resources, our water, our land, our people, and there are hundreds of these things popping up in states all across the country, but specifically in the South and then on the East Coast, right? I'm looking at the prevalence of the flock cameras. I'm looking at the way that we have, I think it's 29 cameras in Valdosta. I'm looking at the cost for these things. I'm seeing that it can cost about $2,500 a year per camera for each flock camera, and up to $300 for the installation of each camera. I'm thinking about what my community could do with about $80,000 a year to help out folks who are struggling. I'm going up and down Troop Street, seeing abandoned buildings. We had a fire, Valdosta City Fire Department, wonderful job stopping that when that was a big blaze, right? That thing's been abandoned since I was in high school. The last time somebody was there, I was skipping school in freshman year. That's a problem, right? When we look at this city, I think we all love our community. I am not questioning that. But I want to caution you that when you walk around Valdosta and when you see what's going on, the rising homelessness, when you see a rising crime rate in the youth, when you see people checking out, remember, we're building this community brick by brick. We can't get anything out of it that we don't invest into it. I would caution us, instead of investing into more cameras, traffic cameras, whatever, I'll slow down, but other cameras, right? Instead of investing in more cameras, let's invest in our community. Instead of investing in data centers, let's invest in our youth. Instead of investing in tactical vehicles, I heard y'all say on the front line. Y'all, I'm a United States Navy veteran of the United States Navy Hospital Corps Servant Marines over in artillery at Camp Pendleton. I can tell you about the front lines. We don't need that here. Thank y'all.
Lewis, thank you. Are there any other citizens wishing to be? I won't bang a gavel on that one. Well said. Are there any other citizens wishing to be heard at this time? Hello, young lady.
Good afternoon. My name is Kelly Saxon, 8 Baldwin Place. And I come this afternoon just to really to put something before us and to make it awareness in our community. We pause to really remember one of the people in our community who was a part of our street feed family. This individual was one of the victims who succumbed to his death from being burnt out pretty badly in the incident that happened in the homeless camp. And his name was Josh. He has a name. His name was Josh, and I met Josh when we were doing the homeless count back in January. And I would say during that count, we literally counted almost 130 people literally on the street that night. And Josh was one who we met, and everybody told me, you need to meet Josh, you need to meet Josh. And I finally met him, and I said, everybody said I should meet you. And he just laughed, and we talked. And I saw he had a really cool bicycle, and he was very good with putting bicycles together. And he was with one of our local repair shops that did odds and ends jobs. And he has struggles, of course, like all of us do. We have certain things we struggle with. But I just wanted to take a moment to really just bring it forth that we really need to see what we can do to handle these issues with housing insecurity. What if Josh had a place to stay? Could he have gotten the treatment that he needs? It's hard for people to get treatment when they're not housed. There's so many people out in our community, and I'm thinking it's more than 130 now who are literally on the streets homeless. So thinking about those and those individuals who are in our hotel rooms paying over $1,000 a month to be in a hotel room. And we're talking about families, children, bus stops at these hotel rooms. So really looking to see how we can address these housing insecurity issues, looking at grant funding, different opportunities so we can make a difference and make it happen. Who knows? He may have not had anything happen or could have still had the end result even if he was housed. But we don't know until we try. And so I just wanted to take this moment to really highlight the situation and really just say his name, Josh. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Are there any other citizens wishing to be heard at this time? Seeing none, we'll close out that portion and move on to the city manager's report.
I have 3 quick items to go through. The first is the city of Valdosta is still seeking a call for Santa Claus applicants. This will be for the Christmas Parade and Jingle Bells Festival. The casting call will be held on Monday, August 17th at 4 p.m. at the Valdosta City Hall Annex. Do want to note this is a paid position with the selected individuals serving during the Christmas Parade and Jingle Bells Festival over a 3-day period. The second item is the Jeanette Newbern Cootie Shelter Ribbon Cutting. We want to invite the public to this. It'll be on Friday, August 14th, 2026 at 10 a.m. It's formerly known as the Craig Center. The shelter is located at 1104 West Gordon Street. The facility's been renamed in honor of Jeanette Newbern Cootie, recognizing her decades of leadership, service, and lasting contributions to the Valdosta community. And then the final event, very important event, we have the Valdosta Fire Department 9/11 Memorial 5K. This will invite the community to commemorate the 25th anniversary of September 11th, 2001 by honoring the lives lost, recognizing the courage of our nation's first responders, and supporting an important cause. This event will be on Saturday, September 5th, beginning at 8 a.m. in downtown Valdosta. Registration is $30 and includes an event t-shirt. First responders and military personnel wearing their uniforms may participate for $10. A limited edition 25th anniversary hooded sweatshirt will also be available for $30. Proceeds from the event will benefit Valor Service Dogs, helping to provide life-changing service dogs to veterans and first responders.
Jennifer, thank you very much. We'll now move on to council comments. Thomas, you want to lead us off? You good? Ms. Tooley?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. I'm excellent. All the way down the line. Thank you. All right.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.